Hello everyone and welcome back to my morning report chart proposals on Thursday the 2nd of April with me, Rich Pro Market Analyst at Handtech Markets. Let's move on to dollar yen, and again, it doesn't really ever seem as though dollar yen can gain any real momentum before you see a bit of a corrective move, and I think that once again, I think that's just indicative of this sort of consolidation that we've seen over the past few months. Really, never really gains any real traction to the upside before falling over. I still think there's a very slight bullish bias to this chart, but again, it's not really anything too significant. My grounding is based on the RSI sort of finding support above 40. MACD lines sort of, generally speaking, we're just marginally positive. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, you're just trading around these moving averages, which are almost flattening off though. So we've just seen a move back towards this 119.40 pivot level again, which was supportive yesterday on the data. Pretty much, well, absolutely bang on. Twice we've seen 119.40 hit as the low. And that was on the ISM data yesterday, the second time, and again we're still finding that as a support, so that would suggest that when it breaks, it's probably going to break and test that 118.90 level. If it breaks, obviously I don't know whether it's going to break yet, because I mean it is holding for the moment, but you'd say that the more times it tests it, the more times the more it's likely to break that support. But that is the big pivot level at the moment, near term, and whilst it's trading above the pivot level, I've got to just marginally remain slightly dollar positive. But I think, again, any sort of breakdown, I think it's probably going to be short-lived. I think it's probably going to start to sort of consolidate and then move back towards 119.40 again. So I think any sort of positions that are put on should be very short-term in their outlook, purely because dollar yen can't get any real traction either way. The momentum indicators, moving averages, pretty much on the hourly and the daily are basically neutral, which reflects, I think, this trading around this 119.40 pivot level. So there you go. But yeah, you got the 119.40, 118.90 is that low there from the 27th, and then obviously this low that comes in at 118.30, which again, bang on this sort of support area here, interestingly enough. So a few levels for you to work with. In terms of the upside, you'd be looking at sort of the reaction high that we got yesterday around 120.36.37, and then obviously the if I zoom out, you get the 120.60 support level, which is a big old pivot level as well. So a few levels there. I mean, dollar yen does tend to move around these pivot levels, so it would appear that if it does break down below 119.40, you could well be moving towards the next one in due course. So I wish you good luck in your trading, and I will speak to you later.